Hello everyone, and welcome to Grace Hollow Rabbitry. I'm PJ, and today I'm going to show you the show team. I've sold a few of them and got it narrowed down some. I still have too many, but I'm having a terrible time choosing which ones to keep and which ones to let go of, because I like them. I like them. This is probably the best as far as, multiple letters. This is probably the best round of show rabbits I've ever had at one time. I like to eat, so I do need to get it narrowed down. This is September, and so far I've gone to 2 shows this month. First of the month I went to Longview, Texas, and we did pretty well there. And then last weekend we went to just a few days ago, 2 days ago, we went to Sedalia, Missouri, and we didn't win anything there, and I didn't expect to, because my entire team is out of fur. I don't have a single one on my team that has a decent coat on them right now. So I really didn't expect to win. Plus I had some very tough competition in Sedalia. Some of the best are there. And so I didn't expect to win. But I did have Daisy's broken blue buck. You know what, I just tell you when we get to his cage. Let's go take a look at the show team. Okay, first up, we're going to start here with the does. And here we have a blue doe. This is not one of mine. This is one of the 2 girls that I picked up in Illinois. And normally I don't show rabbits that I purchase. However, I wanted an opinion on her, so I took her. And, you can tell just by looking at her. She doesn't have much of a coat right now. And so the judges said that she was an okay doe. Nothing spectacular, but not bad either. So I just take that as, she's somewhere to start. I like her hindquarters, and I like the color of her fur. I think she's got a nice deep blue color, so I like that. And I think she's a nice start. So I'll breed her into, some of my best bucks, and hopefully we'll get some nice babies out of her. So anyway, she doesn't have a name yet. I need to get these ladies named, the ones I know are staying. And this girl will be staying for at least a litter or 2. Next to her is another blue doe. And I haven't had the opportunity to show her just yet. She's had a horrible coat. And you can see, she's faded at the cheeks right there, because she used to be beside a buck, and she got sprayed a couple of times, and he plucked some of her fur, but she's starting to look better. I might take her this coming weekend. I'm headed for Abilene, Kansas, so I might take her with me to Abilene and see what kind of opinions we have on her. Okay, and next to the 2 blue does is a broken blue doe, and this young lady is mine. She came out of Daisy and Jasper, and I don't know. I think she shows potential, but again, I haven't been able to show her yet this fall, and you can once again see where plucks. She was sharing a pen with Mina's doe, and they were plucking fur, so I had to divide them up. So as soon as she gets some fur back, I'll take her and get some opinions on her. I think she's okay. I don't think she turned out as nice as her brother did, though. I really like her brother. So I'm going to watch her and let her hair grow back. Maybe get some hair on her face. And we may show her in October. Okay, and then here we have is our first black doe out of 4. This is Kirby and Zion's daughter, and she's showing real good potential. I'm really liking this doe. She's just a big doe with some nice, strong, powerful shoulders and hindquarters, and so I'm really liking this girl. I took her to Longview, and I really can't remember how she did. I know she didn't win anything, but I don't remember the comments. There was another black breeder there, and I got beat by the other black breeder. Okay, and next to Zion's daughter, yes, Zion's daughter. This is Witter. This is a half-sister to the last doe. She is out of Kirby and Jordan, and Jordan left here bred, and the owner of Jordan gifted me this black doe, and so I'm looking forward to showing her. I didn't show her at the 1st of September because she was still settling in, but I think she settled in nicely now, so I think I might show her this weekend. She's showing some promise, and I need to narrow down these 4 does, so I need to choose. And again, you know, she's just another big doe and a bunch of power there. So, you know, all 4 of these black does are going to be tough to choose from. And of course, none of them have a decent coat right now, so that kind of makes it tough. And here's the 3rd black doe, and this is out of Jasper and Mina, and she is really showing some promise, although again, she was sharing a pen with that broken blue doe down there, and they were plucking each other, and you know, she's got a couple of nicks out of her ear, just really minor nicks there. I doubt anything would be said about them, but I don't think she's quite as big as the other 2 does. But she's also a little younger, too. She's the end of April, and Witter was the middle of March, and Zion's daughter's the first part of April. So she's a little younger, so she should be a little smaller. But again, she's showing a lot of promise, and she's watching me carefully. She's watching, and she's alert. And you can see there on her shoulder, our broken blue buck, before I moved him, had sprayed her a time or 2 also. So, you know, none of these guys and gals have a decent fur, but it'll molt out. Okay, and then here's my 4th and final black doe, and man, you can tell all 4 of these ladies are just well built. You can see why I'm having a hard time. I have 4 of these ladies, and I desperately need to get it down to just 2, and they all have promise. This one is the Queen and Blue Boy's daughter, and again, hasn't been shown because no fur. I may take them this weekend, just because I probably won't do very well because none of them have a decent fur yet, but I'll probably take all 4 of them and maybe get some opinions, and maybe that'll help me decide, you know, which ones to keep. Anyway, let's keep moving. Here's our first broken black doe. This is 7IA3. She's out of Ink and Avoca, and she's a real pretty lady. I'd like to see her fill in right there at the loin just a little bit more, but she's still fairly young, but she's got a lot of promise, and she did very well in Longview, Texas. So I was there for 2 of the shows. There was 3, and I stayed for 2, and she did very well on both shows. So you know, she's doing pretty good. She's earned, what'd she earn? 1 leg? I think she got 1 leg, maybe 2. I can't remember for sure. No, only one leg. She won Best of Variety one show, and the next one she won her class, but she was beat out by a All right, here is another broken black doe, and she's out of Biggers and Jasper, I believe. I'm almost certain this is who she is, and she was surrounded by bucks. She was over in the air coops, and she's just looks terrible right now. But as far as body type goes, you know, she's one of those ink grandbabies, so she's a beautiful doe, showing lots of potential. And I can't wait till she molts that fur out so that I can get her on the show table and see how well she does. Okay, and here is the only broken red doe. I really like this girl. She's a little long in the shoulder, which isn't uncommon for a New Zealand red or broken red. But she's a beautiful doe, a big doe, and look at the power in that girl. Look at those nice, strong shoulders. She's the only broken red I have kept to show, and most likely at some point she'll be up for sale. But for now, I really want to show this girl and see how she does. And she's out of Bazooka Joe and Hoxie, I think. It might be Bazooka Joe in Memphis, but I think it's Bazooka Joe. All right, and this is the last doe on the show team. This is Jonesy, or Jonesboro, and she's already got 2 legs, and so I'm waiting to get her registered and hope to get her final leg. But like everyone else, look at that beautiful face. Hello, Jonesy. I'm waiting on her to molt out her coat and have a decent coat put on her, and then I'll take her and try to finish her out. But a beautiful doe, and she's out of Cash and Dixie, I believe. So, you know, I really like this doe, and unfortunately she probably won't stay here. There is a minor chance, a very slight chance, that she carries dilute because Cash is her dad and he carries dilute. But she only has like 1 in 4 or maybe 1 in 8 chance of carrying dilute. And I have others that I know for sure will have dilute. So I'm going to finish her out, and then she's probably going to be out. And then here's the final doe, and she is not on the show team because she's a Charlie. She is out of Jasper and Biggers, so I have her sister over there. And again, look at that coat. I mean, just horrible coat, but that's okay. She's a Charlie, and I believe I'm most likely going to keep this young lady for a brood doe in my blue lines to get some broken blues. She's just got the body type that I really like. Just a beautiful doe when she has, you know, some clean fur. This young man right here brings us to our box, and I've got those thinned out pretty good. I still like to get it narrowed down. Maybe 1 or 2 more, but for now we're doing okay. This is the only black buck, and he was actually my second pick. And let me tell you what happened. A fine gentleman from Georgia was coming through my area, and he's been trying to get rabbits from me for a couple of years now, and he was coming through, and so we made arrangements for him to pick up a trio, and he wanted Mumford and Everlong's black buck, and so he made a deposit on him, and that young buck, just a few days before he was to be picked up, weaseled his way out of his cage, and, well, a sad story, something got him. So I had to replace that buck, and I'd already chose my 2 bucks as far as blacks go, and this was one of them. And the other one was a really nice Biggers and Jaspers buck. And that one was actually the one I wanted to keep. But this guy here was the brother to the doe that the gentleman was picking up. And so I didn't want to send him with a brother and sister pair. And so I went ahead and gave him my buck. I kept this one. He is out of the Queen and Blue Boy. So this is the only black buck on my team. Here is his brother. Is this his brother? I think it is. The Queen and Blue Boy's broken black. A really nice boy. He needs some fur, like everyone else. He used to share a cage with his brother over there, and his brother picked this poor fella's face clean. They've been separated for a little while now, and he's finally got some fur growing back. But he just, and then just here is another broken black buck, and I believe this one is Biggers and Jasper. So at least, you know, I still have that bloodline, but it's a broken buck, and that's okay, you know, it's okay. I think I have maybe a black daughter or granddaughter of Ink's over there. I can breed her to him, and we'll probably get something nice out of that. But this fella is super nice. Not quite as nice as what his black brother was, I don't think, but he's pretty close. Just a beautiful little buck. And here's another broken black buck, and this is out of Ink and Avoca, one of the convicts. And, you know, he's been doing okay and holding his own in the shows. He done pretty good. Let's see. Best opposite sex. But no, wrong buck. Yeah, no, it wasn't this buck. I didn't take him to Longview. He hasn't been shown yet, but he will probably go this weekend. Well, no, he went to Sedalia. He took 2nd class. Boy, I need to take notes. It's difficult for me to remember things on the fly. Anyway, he did go to Sedalia, and he took 2nd place in his class. He had some pretty decent comments. He just couldn't beat the guy next to him over here. So anyway, we're gonna let him hang out and for a little while. And then here's for this season, really, you know, he's been my pride and joy. I have liked him. Just a super nice buck. He went to Sedalia, and he won his class, and he didn't win any legs because there wasn't enough in the class for him to earn a leg, and you know, he had tougher competition in you know, other classes that beat him out. So anyway, this guy had some really phenomenal comments that I was pretty proud of. And just look at this fella. This is my first homegrown broken blue buck, and I'm quite proud of him, and I'm really pleased that in the show this weekend he done as well as he did. So I'm going to take him to Kansas this weekend and get a couple more opinions, and you know, this guy is most likely going to stick around for a little while. He's out of Daisy and I think Daisy and Jasper. Okay, so there you have it. That's my current show team. What do we have? 10 does, and Jonesy, that's 11 does. That's a few too many does, don't you think? I need to sell at least one, but no, I need to sell about 3 does. I need to get that number down to about 8. And I won't count Jonesy because we know we'll probably sell her, and she's almost finished, so she's getting ready to graduate from the show team and become a brood doe for someone. So that leaves us with 10 does on the team, So I need to sell at least 2 of those. And I don't know. And then, what, $5? 1, 2, 3, yeah, $5. So, we still have 16 rabbits on the show team. I try to keep that down to 12. So I'm going to have to make some cuts. Let's see, we know I need to sell 2 black does. I don't want more than 2. So I need to sell 2 of the black does. We know the broken red will eventually be for sale. And we know Jonesy will be eventually for sale. And then I have probably 1 too many bucks. So, if I can get those numbers down, I think I'll be doing pretty good. So I think this weekend, and I don't know, I can't take everyone. I think I'll take the 4 black does and then maybe the bucks. I don't know. Let's see who has the best coats of them all, because we certainly don't have good coats in any of them. But anyway, hey, that's the show team. I hope you've enjoyed. Until we speak again, God bless.